Your restless mind churns like a stormy sea, each thought a wave pulling you deeper into doubt. You feel cornered. Every path shrouded in shadows, every voice around you echoing impossibility. Yet in a quiet pause, a small clarity emerges, an almost imperceptible whisper, urging you to look inward. One breath, one moment of stillness, can transform fear into focus, despair into determination. In the tension between chaos and calm, the seed of belief begins to take root. This is the first step. Noticing the storm without letting it consume you, and discovering that within, a light has always waited to guide you forward. The streets feel heavier at night, as if the weight of every doubt is pressing down, yet every step you take leaves a mark in the wet asphalt, a reminder that forward motion exists even in darkness. You notice how small gestures, a shared glance, a kind word, a breath taken with intention, can become anchors. Positivity isn't about escaping negativity. It's about learning to walk through it, carrying light in your hands, no matter how dim it feels. Every challenge faced is an unspoken teacher, guiding you to see not just the world, but yourself with clearer eyes. You stumble upon it in a small park, its benches empty, the swing creaking in the wind. Sitting there, you feel the pulse of the world around you. The whisper of leaves, the distant hum of cars, the rhythm of raindrops falling on leaves. In that quiet, a thought surfaces. Perhaps the negativity isn't a wall to climb, but a river to navigate. By aligning yourself with its current, rather than resisting it, you begin to sense the possibility of calm, of clarity, and even joy hidden within struggle. The mind that once feared is now learning to observe. A voice inside you, faint yet unwavering, begins to speak, not in words, but in certainty. Every negative thought still lingers, but each is met with a quiet acknowledgement instead of resistance. You realize that to believe in yourself is not to banish fear, but to hold it in one hand while stepping forward with the other. In this fragile balance, hope is no longer a distant dream. It is present in every conscious choice, every breath, every glance toward the horizon that promises a new day. The first hints of dawn color the sky, brushing away the dark clouds that weighed on the city. You take a deep breath and notice the subtle beauty in small things. The ripple of water, the flutter of a bird's wings, the quiet determination of your own heartbeat. Positivity is not a sudden blaze, but a gentle, persistent light, revealing paths hidden by shadow. With the first rays of morning, you understand that belief in yourself is an act of courage, a willingness to continue moving forward even when the world seems heavy, and to trust that every step matters. The day begins brightly, yet the weight of yesterday's doubts lingers. You step into the bustling streets, feeling the crowd push against your sense of calm. Negativity doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers in the faces of strangers, in the chaos around you, in the echo of your own fears. And yet, there is a quiet reminder within. Each obstacle is a mirror, reflecting your inner strength. To believe in yourself now means standing firm in the middle of the storm, choosing patience and clarity even when every instinct urges retreat. You encounter a street filled with obstacles, puddles reflecting the sun, construction noise, and impatient passers-by. Each interruption threatens to pull you back into doubt, yet you notice something unusual. A single flower growing between cracked pavement stones. A small reminder that life, even amidst adversity, can push through. Strength is not always loud. Sometimes it is quiet, patient, and persistent, waiting for you to recognize it within yourself. A sudden confrontation arises, a rude remark, an impatient shove. Your first reaction is instinctive anger, the old self rushing forward. But in that instant, you pause, breathe, and choose a different response. You realize positivity is not naive denial, but a conscious decision to respond with awareness. Even when negativity strikes, the The mind that practices patience, empathy, and self-belief can turn challenges into opportunities for growth. Each interaction a chance to strengthen the inner light. Walking further, you find a quiet rooftop overlooking the city. From above, the chaos below seems smaller, less urgent. You sense that the battles of the mind are often larger than the battles outside. Perspective is gained not by fleeing, but by pausing, reflecting, and seeing clearly the transient nature of all struggles. In this elevated stillness, you feel your inner confidence deepen, as though the city itself is offering a mirror of your potential. As the sun rises higher, you descend from the rooftop into the streets below. You are no longer weighed down by every whispered doubt. Each step is lighter, guided by the quiet conviction that even amidst chaos, positivity and self-belief are choices you can make every moment. The journey is far from over, but the first victories, small, subtle, profound, reveal themselves not as triumphs over the world, but as discoveries within yourself. The calm you've cultivated is suddenly challenged. An unexpected setback shakes your foundation. A harsh word, a closed door, a project that fails despite your effort. For a moment, the familiar wave of negativity crashes, louder than ever. Yet in the silence, after the storm, you notice a single thought lingering. I have faced storms before. This realization, small yet profound, is the pivot. Positivity does not erase obstacles. It transforms the way you perceive them. Belief in yourself becomes the bridge between despair and action, between fear and courage. As you rise, a sense of clarity begins to replace panic. You realize that negativity thrives when given power, and each moment of conscious awareness diminishes its hold. Like sunlight breaking through clouds, your mind begins to illuminate paths that were invisible before. The turning point is subtle. It does not announce itself with fanfare, but with a quiet recognition. The power to remain positive, to act despite fear, has always been inside you. A new challenge emerges. Someone close questions your decisions, doubts your abilities. The old fear whispers, "What if you fail?" Yet this time, instead of retreating, you breathe and respond with quiet confidence. You understand that belief in yourself is not arrogance. It is recognition of your capacity to navigate life's uncertainties. Every hesitation faced and every choice made strengthens the inner resilience that negativity cannot erode. You take a solitary walk along a river, feeling the current mirror the ebb and flow of life. Problems appear less like walls and more like water to navigate. You begin to see that positivity is not the absence of difficulty, but the ability to flow with it. Each step you take, each breath you draw, is a conscious choice to embrace challenges as teachers, to transform frustration into understanding, and to nurture belief as the quiet but unshakable force guiding your path. By the time the sun rises fully, you feel a shift. A quiet strength rooted in awareness. Challenges are no longer enemies but mirrors reflecting the depth of your own courage. Positivity and belief in yourself are intertwined, growing stronger with each choice to act mindfully, to pause before reacting, and to see possibilities where fear once reigned. The turning point has arrived. Your mind has shifted, and in this subtle transformation, the first seeds of lasting change take root. The world tests you not with a single storm, but with a series of subtle pressures. The deadlines, the noise, the small misunderstandings that chip away at patience. Yet each time you pause, breathe, and notice, positivity is no longer a fleeting thought. It is a deliberate practice, a quiet muscle you exercise with each mindful choice. The mind that once reacted instinctively now observes, reframes, and responds with calm. You begin to see that the inner transformation is not a result of external circumstances, but a steady, persistent cultivation of awareness and self-belief. During a walk through the city, small irritations arise. A spilled coffee, a rude passerby, unexpected delays. Where once frustration would have dominated, now awareness prevails. You notice the impermanence of every moment and the power of choice in how to react. Positivity becomes a lens, not a shield, seeing each situation as a chance to practice patience, compassion, and self-belief. The mind begins to understand that peace is not found by avoiding difficulties, but by meeting them with clarity. You pause at a small fountain in a quiet square, water rippling in gentle spirals. In its motion, you see the flow of your thoughts, sometimes turbulent, sometimes still. You realize that practicing positivity is not suppressing negativity, but learning to ride its currents without being pulled under. Each mindful breath strengthens your confidence, and each moment of awareness reinforces the truth that the power to remain positive and believe in yourself has always been within. Later, a stranger approaches with a problem, seeking guidance. Your first instinct is hesitation, but you respond with calm attention. In helping another, you discover a deeper layer of positivity. It grows not only from within, but through acts of connection. Every kind word, every patient response reinforces your own self-belief and transforms the energy around you. The practice of positivity becomes a ripple, touching others and returning to strengthen your own resolve. By evening, you sit on a quiet rooftop, watching the city glow in golden light. The day has tested you repeatedly, yet you remain grounded. You see now that positivity and self-belief are not destinations. They are ongoing practices. Each challenge is an invitation, each setback a teacher, each mindful choice a step along the path. And in this moment of stillness, the world feels less like an obstacle and more like a reflection of the strength you carry within, steady, unshakable, luminous. The day begins like any other, yet a sudden crisis emerges, a missed opportunity, a critical failure, or a harsh judgment from someone you respect. Instantly, your mind wants to collapse under the weight of negativity, but this time the reaction is different. You pause, feel the tension, and remember the practice cultivated over days and weeks. Positivity is no longer naive optimism. It is a conscious choice to rise above despair, to act with clarity and courage, even when fear is loudest. The test has arrived, and with it, the opportunity to embody belief in yourself fully. The challenge intensifies. External pressures press down like heavy clouds, and inner doubts surge, yet you notice a subtle shift. Awareness of your thoughts allows you to act deliberately. Each step, each decision is guided by mindfulness rather than reaction. You realize that true positivity is forged in adversity. It is the calm in the eye of the storm, the choice to act with courage despite fear, the unwavering trust in the strength that has always existed within you. A sudden confrontation erupts, a heated argument, or an accusation. The mind wants to react with anger or retreat, but you breathe, pause, and respond with calm clarity. The world may be chaotic, but your inner landscape is steady. Positivity becomes a lens to see the truth without distortion. Self-belief, a shield against the destructive energy of fear and judgment. Each measured response reinforces the power of conscious choice, turning potential defeat into a quiet victory. Outside, the city mirrors your internal struggle. Construction noise, honking cars, and hurried pedestrians create a sense of chaos. Yet within you, a steady rhythm persists. Every mindful breath, every intentional step reminds you that positivity is not about controlling the world, but mastering your response to it. Belief in yourself is now fully active, guiding choices with clarity, patience, and resilience, and teaching that even in the midst of disruption, a grounded mind can transform the experience into growth. By evening, the storm subsides, and a quiet clarity remains. You have faced the most intense test yet and discovered a deeper truth. Positivity and self-belief are inseparable from the challenges that attempt to shake them. Every setback is an opportunity, every doubt a teacher, Every difficult moment, a chance to choose courage over fear. In the stillness after the storm, you realize that the power to remain positive, even in adversity, has always been yours. It only required patience, awareness, and the willingness to act. Morning light spills over the city, and you notice a subtle shift within yourself. Challenges that once felt overwhelming now appear as opportunities to practice resilience. The mind that once spiraled into negativity is now a conscious observer, capable of responding with clarity, patience, and compassion. Positivity is no longer just a personal shield. It radiates outward, influencing interactions and decisions. You realize that transformation is not sudden, but a series of small choices, each reinforcing belief in yourself and your ability to shape your own experience. A colleague approaches with a problem that once would have triggered stress or doubt. Today, you listen with full attention, offering guidance with calm confidence. The energy of positivity spreads effortlessly, creating space for collaboration and understanding. You notice that by remaining centered, your presence alone changes the dynamic of the situation. Self-belief now extends beyond your own mind, transforming interactions and inspiring subtle shifts in the world around you. Walking along a familiar street, you encounter a small act of kindness, a stranger returning a lost item, a child helping another. In witnessing these moments, you feel a deep resonance. Positivity is contagious, and belief in oneself strengthens the ability to influence others for good. You begin to understand that personal growth is inseparable from the way it touches the world, each mindful act sending ripples far beyond immediate awareness. Evening brings reflection. You sit quietly by a river, watching the current carry leaves downstream. The challenges you faced no longer feel like burdens, but like teachers guiding you toward awareness, patience, and courage. You understand that positivity is not a fleeting mood, but a cultivated state of being. And self-belief is not a boastful claim, but an inner alignment with your own resilience. Transformation has taken root, and every choice moving forward reinforces it. Night descends, and the city lights twinkle like stars brought down to earth. You walk with quiet confidence, aware of both the challenges and the growth they fostered. Positivity has become habitual, self-belief steady, and compassion natural. You realize that life's difficulties are not enemies, but opportunities to exercise inner strength, to radiate calm, and to inspire others through presence. In this transformation, the mind and heart are aligned, and you feel a deep gratitude for the journey, the storms, the setbacks, and the triumphs of small, conscious choices. Dawn breaks over the city once again, but this time, it feels different. You rise with a sense of clarity and purpose that was absent before. Challenges still exist, yet they no longer dictate your inner state. Each moment, each choice reflects the calm, mindful awareness cultivated through struggle and practice. You realize that positivity and self-belief are not destinations. They are living, breathing aspects of your consciousness, available whenever you pause, breathe, and act with intention. Throughout the day, you notice small opportunities to extend your inner calm outward. A kind word to a stranger, patience in a frustrating situation, encouragement for someone struggling. The mind that once succumbed to negativity now radiates positivity effortlessly. You see that self-belief is most powerful not when kept inward, but when it touches others, creating a ripple effect that expands far beyond a single moment or person. In quiet moments, you reflect on the journey, the storms, setbacks, and small victories. You see that every challenge was a teacher, every doubt an opportunity to cultivate awareness, and every moment of stillness a seed of resilience. The life you now live is not free of difficulty, but it is defined by your conscious choices, by your ability to remain grounded in positivity, and by the trust that you carry within yourself the strength to meet whatever comes. As evening falls, you walk through familiar streets, noticing how the world responds to your presence. Smiles returned, gratitude expressed, energy shifted. Positivity and self-belief are no longer abstract ideals. They are active forces shaping interactions, easing tension, and creating harmony. You understand that mastery is not perfection. It is awareness, consistent practice, and the conscious choice to remain centered, regardless of circumstances. Night blankets the city, and you pause to look at the skyline, each light a small reminder of life's endless possibilities. The journey has shown that positivity is a practice, self-belief a cultivated strength, and challenges the canvas upon which the mind paints resilience. In this stillness, you understand the profound truth. The power to remain positive in any situation, to believe in yourself despite doubts and fear, has always been yours. And now, it shines brightly, guiding every step forward.